Good morning, Detective. I hope you were comfortable last night.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. The room was more than pleasant, merci. I'm afraid my mind was not in a state to enjoy it to its full potential, though.
I can't imagine any of us slept soundly last...
Hopefully, guilt will be weighing heavily on someone's shoulder.
I'm sorry if I was not much help. His position? You mean about him living here?
Oui, even in a house this size, you must see a lot of each other.
I enjoyed having him here. When I was away with Gideon, it was comforting to know Maman was not alone. Although his work with Mr. Da Silva has kept him away from the house of late.
What can you tell me about their relationship, working or otherwise?
There is not much to tell, only that there is no love lost between them. He was always quite private about his work. I know that he was helping Mr. Da Silva with some safety matters.
I found a check addressed to the Major from Monsieur Da Silva. It noted security consulting.
Ah, that's right, security. With his military training, he helped Mr. Da Silva prepare for... A development? Oh, Detective, I knew I could count on...
It may not be the news you had wished for, though.
Addressed to me? I don't know how...
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle. Although it has been written in the same manner, using similar phraseology...
I'm sorry, Detective, I don't understand. It is addressed to...
I found it in the Major's study yesterday while conducting my preliminary search. Whether he is the author of the letter...
Heavens no! He could not do that.
You did not hesitate for a moment.
Why would he do such a thing? And then to send a...
Merci for your time, mademoiselle. You are to a detective what a...
Useful?
Exact. Countess, I wonder if I could ask you...
That is it, Detective? No small talk? No inflating...
I am afraid not, Countess. With a murderer still loose in the house, my mind is right.
Well then, Detective, perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Comment, madame?
I thought you might like to know what I found on the Major's body. That certainly piqued your
A man has been murdered, and you find it acceptable to fool around and joke.
Oh, please, Detective. Do you really think so little of me? Archibald asked for my assistance. He knows of my...
It was not his place to grant you access to the body.
I shall remember to keep my assistance to myself next... A single stab wound, which you no doubt already knew. Judging by the depth of the wound, I would say there was no great force put into the strike. If I had to say what weapon was used, a small...
I understand it may be difficult for one to keep such information to yourself, but I ask you... S'il vous plaît, Comtesse. Keep... Bonjour, Monsieur Damier.
Detective Poirot, how are you?
The truth, Monsieur. With each step towards uncovering the blackmailer...
Is there something I can... Archibald came to me and asked for my help in the matter. My brother and I dealt with it.
Merci for your help. It is a job that only the professionals should have to undertake.
It's a job that had to be done, although it may have affected my brother more than I.
How so?
At the sight of the body, The color drained from his face. Once we had reached the cellar, Zachariah took himself straight off to bed, without even a good night. Felix and Madame Vandenbosch are the only ones with keys, as far as I'm aware. Oh, and Archibald. I'm sure I heard Felix asking him to return something to it once. I have not seen him since last night. I'm sure he will have been fine after a good night's sleep. He does not need his young...
Perhaps that...
I'm not sure what he told you yesterday, Detective.
I worry that may not be the case, monsieur. His time in...
He's still talking about it?
Merci. Oh. Some would say a lucky get. I cannot see the logic in this. The pieces of the puzzle.
Good morning, Detective.
I'm afraid I did not. Finding the Major's killer is the only thing that will put my...
In that case, in that snow, if someone was out there, we'd have another body on our hands.
I realize how strange it sounds. I would not believe it myself if I had not...
Staff have reported seeing things in the dark before, but it always... I'm afraid our Lizzie is not well. I think the...
As Wordsworth once stated, rest and be thankful. Back.
She is currently eating breakfast alone in the dining room. It's how she prefers. I would, but I'm afraid I found this morning that the telephone lines aren't working. Even if we could use the telephone, I don't...
In that case,
I'll let you know if anything changes. Taken care of. Master Dremir and his brother, after sobering up, helped me move him into the cellar.
Très bien.
Besides me, no one. Once this snow...
Your assistant has... Huh. Oh. Ah.
If it will help you find the When he returned from the war, he was a different man.
I cannot speak from experience, but I can only imagine
The first weeks he would wake in the night, screaming. I found him one night, cowering behind the desk in the study.
That is not why you two are no longer...
And not at all, detective. We were always very different in nature. While I had always wanted to follow an academic...
And yet, he ended up in the military.
Our father demanded that he at least try to do something with his life. It wasn't long before he moved out from the family home after his return from the army.
Whatever you need.
Your assistant has... Oh. Mm-hmm. Aha. Ah. Aha. Aha. Bonjour, madame. You must be the
Wonderful and modest, sir.
My taste buds thank you for the ravishing meal last night. It has been some time.
Glad to hear it, sir.
S'il te plaît, madame. A detective is fine.
In that case, mademoiselle is fine for me, and I will ignore your presumption.
Très bon, mademoiselle.
That's right. I've seen staff come and go, but
I agree. But if I was to eat what you prepare every day...
not a bad thing, detective.
Well, with the snow still not clearing, we may be stuck here for the weekend.
I did. Monsieur Archie told me what had happened. Bruises can...
How was the Major?
Grumpy.
I suppose one would not take kindly to being punched.
Punched or not, he was as ungrateful...
I shall not keep you... Bonjour, madame. May I offer...
Thank you, Detective, but they are not necessary.
I was hoping you would be prepared to answer some questions.
If I must. What is it you wish to know?
You two have been friends for some time now, and...
If you are trying to insinuate that Mr. De Silva and I are running around...
Oui, I understand they were...
Mr. De Silva was the voice of reason that my husband should have listened to more often. I'm sure you're aware he was not the easiest man to get along with.
A hot temper is reason enough to...
His mouth often acted before his brain. Perhaps someone had... I assume you are talking about the...
Oui, madame.
It arrived shortly after the first.
I'm not sure I...
He no doubt had secrets hidden away. But do you honestly think Felix had...
Perhaps you should enlighten...
Well, he was here, living in my house, eating my food. I wouldn't put it past him to have written it himself, in the hopes...
And the other letters?
He probably wrote those too. If Angeline paid the first, that would have given him the money to pay the second. Seeing as I heard Mr. Becker's in what I would describe as an...
You heard them yourself?
How could I not? The volume they were shouting at, I could hear.
You did not think it fitting to tell me this?
I didn't think Felix was going to wind up dead and a murderer loose in my house.
Merci, madame. Another success. I never...
Is there something I can... You have got the wrong end of the stick, Detective. Maman has... It was something to do with the letter. I heard them in the library before
Could it have been the blackmail letter that instigated their argument?
Why would Maman be upset with him over the letter?
Madame is of a very different opinion from yourself regarding his connection with the letters. She believes him to be the author.
That is what she told you? She has always been one to make a quick, if not rash decision, but she cannot truly believe that. I don't recall telling him directly. I did not want Maman to find out it had been paid. If he knew, surely she would.
Madame believes he may have been behind all the letters, and taking your payment of the first.
I never knew Maman had such an imagination. Where would she get a story like that from?
That is a question I...
You have met him?
It is a plan only the most crooked and underhand... I shall not keep you any... and method. That is the way. This will not get me any. I must act on thought. What a revelation!
Is there something I'm afraid it had been that way for some time. Maman is not forthcoming with her
What gave you that?
There was not one particular thing that she expressed. It was just the...
I shall not keep you in.
Whatever you need. Certainly.
Huh. Ah. Is there something? Come, my little grey cells. I must take a different approach if... I must act on thought. Things are beginning to become... This will not get me any... Order and method. That... I cannot see the logic in this. I should not be surprised by my... Is there something... I must take a different approach if I... Come, grey cells. Magnifique. I must act on thought and fact. Come, my little grey cells. I cannot see the logic in this. Order and method. That... Some would say a lucky guess.
Detective Poirot, I have been asked to inform you that Lady Van den Bosch has returned to her room.
Merci. Madame, certainly...
They may not be the exact words she used, but I'm sure you can imagine.
Ah. Huh. Oh. Oh. Huh. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Is there something? This will not get me any. I must take a different approach. What a revelation! Ah. Huh. Aha. Huh.
Detective Poirot, what do you...
I have something I wish to...
Well, I hope it is important enough.
I assure you it is.
Good, because this has gone on far too long.
I can understand your frustration.
You were once an incompetent officer, and now it seems...
If I was not being lied to and misled,
I hope you are not suggesting...
I am suggesting that if I had the support that everyone claims they are offering, we would be in a...
If you have something you want to ask, I suggest... We met before Angeline was born, so he was often at the house.
And where was it you two met?
I was attending an event. Felix was also in attendance.
So it was not through the Viscount that...
I did not require my husband to start conversations on my...
It was you that instigated it then.
My, detective. That act... I'm sure he has hundreds of letters in there. Most of them could and
I refer to the letter addressed to you.
romantic nature. Oh, please, detective. Felix,
He made his intentions quite clear in the letter. I'm...
you really do have quite the active imagination, detective. If that is how you wish to interpret it. Edwin spent much of his time away on business before Angeline was born.
You were alone in the house.
The staff continued their duties, of course, but trying to get any sort of sophisticated or...
And when Angeline was...
Edwin remained at home.
And the Major?
He had his own business and life to tend to, but we remained in touch.
I think that is all for now. I cannot see the logic in this. Come, my little grey cells. Order and method. I should not be surprised, but...
Is this... He may have stayed in my home, but Felix was a grown man, detective.
But it does not surprise...
We have been friends, and he has been there for Angeline for many years, but you find it strange.
What I do find strange is that if he did hold a flame...
If he did, it was not reciprocal.
I think that is all for...
Detective Poirot,
I am, mademoiselle.
so the author...
Oui, but it will not be long before they are
You're confident. How do you mean, detective?
I imagine a house of this size is rather costly, keeping it in the...
Maman looks after the financial side of the house, but I think she has had to ask him more than once for a contribution. I haven't seen that book in so long. Yes, it was a gift for my 10th birthday.
It sounds as though there is a side to the Major I did not get.
No. There were. I'm afraid they may have gathered some dust being in the storage room for so.
It sounds as though he had always cared.
His presence at the house was comforting for us both after Father died, even if. They have often come to blows when it concerns Maman. They are both trying to protect.
She spoke of his desire to.
This isn't the first time she has.
And you do.
I will not deny he has shown interest in Maman's social circles, but they have been friends since even before. That's right. Ever since I can remember, Felix had.
It seems as though she has a number of support.
Maman has many friends. I know how she may seem to most, but once you break.
There is a further shell.
Oh, very.
Forgive me, mademoiselle.
It's quite all right. You are not the only one that feels a razor tongue. She's grateful you are. I'm sorry, Detective. I did not.
No apology is required. It actually made me question my whole chain of thinking. What if there had been a collusion between them?
Oh my, Detective.
Every guest has a motive. You confirmed that with the mention of Mademoiselle Conrad and the Major's fight. Supplying one another.
But not you.
Correct, mademoiselle. It would take much more to stamp the... I shall not keep you any... Another success. Is there something I have... I must take a different approach if I am to... This will not get me in. The pieces of the puzzle are...
Is this... Who I allow in my house is none of your business.
I did not think you were one for charity.
I would not expect you to think much of anything. There is no need to talk... Need I repeat myself? Men and women... Your continued... There is nothing I have...
Madame, you
And you continue to get on my last nerve.
But when it impedes my...
Believe what you wish. My personal... Who I allow in my house...
I did not think you...
I would... He was a man that required no protection.
That is the impression I had of him, which is...
Your insistent questioning... Your continued probing into something that... There is nothing I can tell you that will magically... I have grown...
Madame, you continue...
And you continue to get on my lot.
But when it impedes...
If only you were this...
Madame...
Very well. I did not lie about how we met. I was at... It had been some time since I had returned home, and was rather missing English soil. He was a warm reminder of home. I shall go no further with the details, but I will say, I had no intention on being unfaithful to...
The Viscount never questioned Mademoiselle...
In his mind, he had no reason to. And he shouldn't have... I told Felix that he was to stay away. But he had no intention to I could not tell her the truth.
And what were the Major's thoughts on revealing the truth?
He wanted to tell her everything. He wanted her to know exactly who he was, but I told him no. I tried to retrieve them from the safe after everyone had retired.
When I entered the study this morning, they were as visible as a red note.
I would appreciate if you did not compare them to the face of...
Pardon,
But that does mean someone else in the house has seen them.
a mystery that is still...
It must be.
And the Major?
Felix promised me he wouldn't tell us.
You did not think anyone knew.
If you...
I think that is all.
Detective Poirot, how is your...
Monsieur Starling, I must admit, I have learned much more than I was expecting to.
You'll be wrapping the case up soon, then?
One has never finished learning, monsieur, and in this case, I shall need...
It might help to vocalize your thinking.
Monsieur, would you gather the guests and staff in the salon?
Right away, Detective.
I shall reveal all once everyone is together.
Detective, what is the meaning of all this?
Madame, I ask that you all lend me your ears for only a few moments. What I have to say is of great significance to everyone. You are all invited here to celebrate the engagement of Mademoiselle Angeline van den Bosch and Monsieur Gédéon Demire, the coming together of two prevalent families. But the celebrations were short-lived, as Major Felix Hagen was found dead in his study by a young servant of the house. It then became my responsibility and obligation as a detective to uncover the truth behind his demise. My initial examination of his study exposed a number of things I did not expect to find. Things I have no desire to divulge at this time, but what I can say is this. It was no simple murder. A letter demanding ransom for a continued silence confirmed this. I am sure some, if not all of you, have heard whispers of a series of blackmails that have plagued the social elite in recent weeks. After hearing of the letters in the Major study, you may ask if it was him behind the letters. You may further ask if he was preparing his next threat to another unsuspecting victim. It is a question that crossed even my mind. That was until I sought the truth. That in fact it was the Major that had fallen victim to our blackmailer Mystérieux. Last night I spoke with you all, confirmed your whereabouts in the house over the course of the evening, and while I would have expected such questioning to reveal a potential suspect, what I learned was that it could not have been one of you.
What do you mean, not one of us? The man was stabbed. He hardly did that to himself. There is still a killer in the house.
Pardon, monsieur, if you would allow me to finish. It could not have been only one of you. Rather a partnership, in cahoots, if you will. Conversations today have revealed facts that I was not expecting to discover. And although they may have muddied and complicated my investigation, what I must do to bring the guilty parties to justice has become clearer. Those of you that spun stories in an attempt to confuse and derail my investigation have made a grave mistake in underestimating my intelligence. Other detectives may fall for such deception, but I can assure you, Detective Poirot is no such fool. My investigation is far from over, and swift justice shall be dealt to those that have committed such appalling acts and have continued to mislead and lie to protect themselves. Now, I must continue mon enquête, and I shall leave you to consider that you may be beside a cold-hearted killer. Bonsoir. Monsieur Sterling, un moment.
Quite the speech, Detective.
Merci, but it was not made to entertain.
Well, if there is... Is that really net?
The murderer remains at...
Of course.
It may...
Nothing. But I was so
Perhaps it was just my...
Maybe one of the guests... Master Hagen had a... When requested, aye. If something is
Forgive me.
It's not what you think.
What I think is that you have been trusted with a copy of...
I only lied because of the trouble.
At this moment, monsieur, you should be more...
I know how it will sound, but... I should have said this...
Monsieur, I am not quite...
I am well aware, Detective.
Would you allow a man with a smoking gun...
I suppose...
I would like to begin my search.
I may not be back.
Merci.